everyone. This is Meenakshi from Mahalakshmi Women's College of Arts and Science. Today I am going to review the book A Christmas Carol written by Charles Dickens. Christmas is a time for warmth, generosity and spending time with the people you love, and it is a time for telling stories. In fact, every time is a good time for storytelling. So this time we will feed your stories, grabbing with a summary of this Christmas classic. A Christmas Carol is a worldwide known book that has captured the attention and hearts of people of all ages and nationalities. It is a story about the bad spirit Scrooge who hates Christmas and all things connected to it and does not know how to open his heart and live his life with generosity and kindness. Then one day everything changes. A Christmas Carol has also been adapted into a movie, and Scrooge remains one of the most well-known characters of all times. We recommended it to all readers who likes characters transformation stories and simple stories with deep. Ebenezer Scrooge is a miserly old man of stony nature who spends his Christmas Eve in his counting house. We meet him in a truly immune situation. His clerk is left to freeze because Scrooge does not want to spend money for eating. His nephew's invitation for a Christmas party is turned down and he refuses to contribute to the charity two gentlemen explains him about. Later that night, after he turns down everyone who tries to connect to him, he returns home to his dark, unheated apartment and he is visited by the ghost of Jacob Marley, his partner who has passed away. Jacob tells him the story of how he was left to wander as a ghost on earth. He received punishment for leading a greedy life, never thinking about others, and therefore he is condemned to wander the world tied down with heavy chain. That is the reason why he appeared in front of Scrooge to help him avoid the same gloomy fate which awaits him if he continues his old way. He then tells him that during the following 3 evenings he will get the visit of 3 different spirits. Then he disappears and Scrooge falls asleep. Jacob's story seems to be true. Scrooge awakes just before the ghost of Christmas past arrives by his side. He looks strange. He has a childlike appearance with a glowing head. He is there to take Scrooge to the Christmases in the past and all the events he has forgotten about. Facing his own history, he sheds a few tears and feels moved and regretful before the ghost takes him back to the present and into his bed. Next comes the ghost of Christmas present, who is a Jane dressed in a green fur robe who takes him around the city to see how Christmas will be celebrated that year. He visits the feast of the Cratchits and for the first time sees the disabled son called Tiny Tim and his kind and courteous heart. He also invisible attends the Christmas party to which his nephew invited him. Scrooge enjoys this event so much that he wishes to stay until the every end. However, as time passes, the ghost also gets older and sicker. Finally, towards the end of the day, he shows him the two striving children's want and ignorance who live under his coat and make him older. He disappears into thin air as Scrooge notices the ghost of Christmas yet to coming. She is a dark wooden ghost that takes him in different places and mysterious situations that are gloomy and dark. Scrooge is told that the events he sees are connected to the death of an unnamed man. He sees a businessman talking about the riches the dead man possessed, a few vagabonds trying to capitalize on his death, and a poor family being happy and relieved because of the death of his man, who was their creditor. Scrooge wishes to know why he is shown such things and what is the lost lesson. So the ghost takes him to the graveyard in front of that man's tomb. Scrooge is surprised to his no other but his very own name written on the grave. He is desperate. He does not wish for such an end to his life. In his desperation, he begs and spread to change his fate and promise to change. Scrooge is joyful that his prayers comes true and that he got the chance to change his life and his destiny. He wakes up on Christmas Day and immediately goes out wishing to show his Christmas spirit. But he does not do it just that year, but he tries to keep his promise and keep the Christmas spirit alive every year. People are surprised in the beginning, but as years go by, they get used to his generosity and kindness.